Dan Ives has dropped his top 10 tech stocks to own in the AI revolution, and I am going to give you the full list here. Now, I hope this isn't a spoiler. I don't think that there's any stock on here that would really surprise the group. I'll just go out there and say that. I reviewed the list. These are stocks that we talk about all of the time. Wedbush senior analyst Dan Ives has published his top 10 tech stocks list. He believes are the best position to lead the AI revolution, outlining why each company stands out as artificial intelligence becomes the global economy's defining growth driver. On Tuesday, in a post on X, and I'll go ahead and throw this in the chat as well for anyone that wants to do that. On Tuesday, in a post on X, Ives shared his lineup featuring both the incumbent big tech giants as well as emerging platform players who he sees as being instrumental in unfolding the global AI race. Here it is. At the top of the list is Microsoft, which, according to Ives, is the best positioned hyperscaler for AI enterprise deployments. Earlier in the week, while appearing on a podcast, Ives expressed extreme bullishness and conviction on the stock, calling it one of his large cap table pounders. Palantir is number 2. I've said AI use cases start and end with Karp and Company, suggesting Palantir sits at the center of real-world AI adoption thanks to its expanding software footprint and mission-critical platforms. Ives, who often refers to the company as the Messi of AI, has recently pushed back against critics who have questioned its valuation, saying that they're, quote, dead wrong, end quote, while pointing out that short sellers like Michael Burry have an, quote, over-obsession, end quote, with price to earnings or PE ratios. I'll let you guys take that. Any way that you want. Ives described NVIDIA as having one chip in the world fueling the AI revolution, highlighting its central role in powering the training and deployment of modern AI models. Ahead of the chipmaker's third quarter earnings last week, Ives described the moment as Super Bowl, not just for tech, but for the broader market as a whole, which is the sign of how central the company has become to the AI race, and increasingly to the direction of the U.S. economy. No follow-up there on what he thought about the sell-off that occurred after that. AMD is the fourth stock on the list here. According to Ives, AMD is all set to gain market share in the AI arms race, while adding that it currently trades at a compelling valuation. Commenting on the company's $100 billion deal with OpenAI last month, Ives said, quote, I think this is actually just the start for AMD before the next stage of the AI revolution takes hold, end quote. Tesla comes in at 5th on the list, having been bullish on Tesla for the past several years. Ives highlighted the company's autonomous and robotic future, having recently projected a market cap of $2 trillion for the company by early 2026 and $3 trillion by the end of 2026. He essentially expects the stock to more than double from its current levels at $420. The article says $419.40, but this is an article about Tesla and Elon, so we're rounding that up to $420. Fight me. The expect the stock to double from more than its current levels of $420 with a market cap of $1.39 trillion. Apple is number 6. This might be the biggest surprise of the list, I suppose. Despite the company's notable absence in the race so far, Ives argued that consumer AI revolution goes through Cupertino, emphasizing Apple's importance in bringing AI into mainstream consumer hardware and software. Ives had previously raised concerns regarding the company's losing ground on AI, noting that the company needs to integrate proprietary AI models in its devices to truly outperform. Meta is number 7 here. It's currently way oversold on CapEx concerns, while noting that the company is early on consumer monetization of AI. Meta is another one of Ives' large cap table pounders. So we just gave you a bear case on Meta. Looks like Dan Ives has a bull case on Meta, and no one's surprised about that. Alongside Microsoft, with a price target of $920 per share, which represents an upside of 44.6% from the current price. Alphabet, which has just been on an absolute tear recently. Regarding Google's parent Alphabet, he said AI tailwinds are just starting to play out, while calling the company's Gemini AI model the real deal. I will say I've played around a little bit more with Nano Banana. And as far as AI tools designed to like create things, that one is pretty interesting. You can do some pretty cool stuff with that, whether it be like actually for productivity use or just for fun. It's actually a pretty cool tool. I don't know if that's going to move the needle, but it does look like things are getting better there, especially with Gemini, which really dropped the ball early. when that was first released. We won't cover that, but what an embarrassment that was. Ives labeled it one of the best, CrowdStrike is number 9. Ives labeled it as one of the best cybersecurity AI plays in the market. There are several folks in our chat here that say it is the best, highlighting its ability to deal with cyber threats that become more automated and AI-driven going forward. That's going to be very important. CrowdStrike is up 47.5% year to date following its steep pullback last year when a software update by the company resulted in what was being described as the largest IT outage in history, leading to lawsuits as well as a congressional hearing where executives expressed their regret. Worth noting that the stock's like 100 points higher from that. Just saying. Palo Alto Networks rounds out the list here. He said Palo Alto Networks, ticker PANW's platformatization strategy, coupled with AI, makes a compelling 2026 growth formula. Recently, Ives reiterated his outperform rating on the stock with a price target of $225 per share, representing an upside of 20.79% from the current levels. He also recommended buying the stock on any dips and weakness until it reaches that level. So there you go. I don't think anyone's really surprised here that Dan Ives is bullish on tech. That's pretty much his MO. But there is his complete list. He gives reasons for all of that. I'll let you folks discuss and invest amongst yourselves which ones you like there.